Okay. We're going to go ahead and start the meeting. Can we have roll call, please, Zach?
Bowman?
Here.
Lehman?
Yes.
Zitterkoff?
Here.
Wild?
Here.
Strada?
You here?
Huber?
Here.
Blue?
Here.
For the Nebraska Meetings Act, for all parties, interested parties, a copy of the Nebraska Open Meeting Act is posted on the bulletin board at the south wall of the council chambers. Notice of changes in the agenda by the city manager. Additions may not be made to this agenda less than 24 hours before the beginning of the meeting unless added under item 4 of this agenda. Citizens with business not scheduled on the agenda as required by state law, no matter may be considered under this item unless council determines that the matter requires emergency action. Can we have approval of the November 12th, 2024 minutes, please?
I motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Roll call, please, Zach.
Blue?
Yes.
Huber?
Yes.
Strada?
Yes.
Wild?
Yes.
Zitterkoff?
Yes.
Lehman?
Yes.
Bowman?
I wasn't at the meeting. I'll abstain.
Okay, number 6, public hearing. Planning Commission to conduct a public hearing for the purpose of reviewing and obtaining comment on the redevelopment plan for the Scottsbluff Inn renovation project. The Planning Commission to review and take action on a resolution recommending approval of the redevelopment plan for the Scottsbluff Inn renovation project. We'll go ahead and open the meeting. Zach, do you have any comments?
No, I don't have any comments.
Good evening, John Selzer, City Attorney's Office. So Andrew Willis, who is the attorney for the developer, is here via Zoom, but he'll talk more about the plan of the project. But I'll just cover kind of your standard of review. As you know, you review these plans to see whether they conform with the comprehensive plan, and you make a recommendation to both the CRA and the City Council in that respect. This project is, of course, the old Scottsbluff Inn out there, kind of by Menards. The project is zoned as C2 neighborhood and retail commercial. A principal permitted use in Z2 is hotels, so no building changes are necessary. According to the 2016 Scottsbluff Comprehensive Plan, the project is in the Northeast District and in the Highway 26 commercial neighborhood. Principles of sustainable development in the Northeast District include encouraging diversity of commercial types and mixed-use development along Highway 26 corridor and encouraging new developments to be contiguous with existing developments and planned linkages between roads and utilities. For the Highway 26 commercial neighborhoods, the comprehensive plan contemplates daytime and evening hours with nighttime activity. Adjacent to the highway, a variety of building types, heights, and setbacks, moderate to high density and mixed uses. High activity during the day, C2 is an appropriate zone, so it's our opinion that this complies with the comprehensive plan. Do you have any questions for me? Okay, thank you.
Do you guys have any questions for Andrew? He's the developer on the team.
Any other commissioners have questions?
Andrew, I guess we have no questions here. I don't know, Johnny, do you think that you should go over the project briefly, or is that necessary?
It's up to the commission. Do you want to give an overview of the project?
Yes.
Yes.
If you like, I'll give you a few key points on this. Again, my name is Andrew Willis from Klein Williams. I'm with the developer. Really the key on, the need for TIF in this is we've got this former hotel building that's in pretty bad shape. And it's going to cost a lot just to get it back into shape. So, the goal is to get 70 rooms, again, operating kind of same footprint, same building, but it's going to take a lot of interior demolition, renovation, full new roof, and then do a lot with the exterior, really fix up the exterior of the facade, make it look really nice. But most of that, and that's expensive cost to get it back to where it started. This project in particular, when we think about the use of TIF, to me is kind of striking because, looking at, this was back operational, and, the assessed value in 2012 was just under $2 million, $1,977,000. It was steadily decreasing, so in 2018 it was $1.6 million. 2024 it was $274,000 of the assessed value. So you went from about $40,000 a year in tax revenue down to $4,400. So you've already kind of got this loss of $35,000 of tax revenue already from the site. So when we use tax increment financing, the goal being to increase that assessed value but utilize that tax increment for the first 15 years, one of the concerns is the diversion of taxes. But in this case, I'd say, well, we've just nature has diverted the taxes. This building has gone, just depleted value so much that this loss. So really, this project would get it back up and and increase value beyond what it was even then, and higher if we project it out. But that's kind of the big picture of what this looks like. Construction would happen if this is approved. The site's under contract right now, but they won't close. This really doesn't work without TIF. So developers wait to make sure this gets approved first, and then they close on it, get started in next year, 2025. The renovation should take just that year. So in a year, early 2026, we anticipate the hotel will be open. Again, we've got about $3.5 million in costs overall for this project. More than a lot of that's going to be TIF eligible. We've got site acquisition cost, preparation, again, demolition of the roof, facade. There's over $1 million into the cost that would be eligible for TIF. And really, this is a project that really does need that increment to make this work. Just financially doesn't work otherwise. But the developer does think this is a good project. Obviously, it was a hotel, a good site for a hotel because it was a hotel before. So if we can get this going, there's a lot of excitement about the project. It doesn't work financially without TIF. So that's really, broadly speaking, what the project. Again, that's very broad. I'm happy to answer any more specific questions or any questions you guys have.
Do any of the commissioners have questions?
You as a developer, is this the first one you've ever developed? I mean, have you had past experience with other ones?
Yeah, well, so I'm just the attorney and I do a lot of things work. This particular developer, Craig Reed will be the manager of this entity. And so I'm not exactly sure all who will be involved, but Craig Reed he's done a lot of projects across the state. I think some even in South Florida, but I'm not positive about that. But he's been involved in a lot of development across the state, so really experienced guy. And so, yes, this is not the first time to do something like this.
Will this be associated with a chain or will it be independent?
So good question, and I meant to ask Craig that before this call. I don't know. Now my guess is I'm not aware there's a franchise flag right now. So my guess is no, but I'll try to confirm that and before the CRA meeting too. But so I think it'll be independent, but I'm not sure about that. I'm not aware of a flag that's tied to it right now.
Anybody else have any questions?
Thank you, Andrew. I don't think we have any other questions here, so we will let you get back to your evening.
Great, thanks so much. Appreciate your consideration.
Thank you.
So,
Not close the public hearing.
Public comment. So reading on your website that it's a normal procedure. I was thinking that maybe the fire department representative was going to have a comment. My name is Terry Jessen. That property certainly is an ugly eyesore for your entry to Scotts Bluff. So the property does need attention. It's been a kind of an eyesore for a long time. I used to own 3 motels in Scotts Bluff. I do not have any motel interest in Scotts Bluff, so I don't come here in opposition from, gee, it's competition to me. I think the use of TIF to create or to choose winners and losers in a private enterprise is wrong. I understand that that's kind of the basic part of TIF, but you know, he's saying that the taxes went down. It really was the school taxes that went down, and the school is the one that has to be involved and say they're okay with the TIF, and they may or may not have already made that comment, I do not know. I really don't think the project will work even with TIF. I can't see that the condition of the building will be renovated out of that total dollars that they have available. I had various realtors trying to sell me that property over the last 20 years, and for the last 15 years or so, I was told by prior people who had serious involvement in that property that the best and highest use of that was to tear it down. And yet I don't believe in just tearing down buildings to destroy them. I think as a society we do way too much of that. It would be nice to see it be successful in some form, but I don't think that TIF is the right approach. I think it should be private industry money, not supported by taxpayer encouragement. Again, I don't know whether, my understanding from the rumor mill, which you shouldn't get too hung up on, was that it was closed due to fire department concerns and violations. And that doesn't surprise me if that's the case. I know the flat roof has been a problem for lots of years. When they enclosed the pool years and years ago, what they did was they encapsulated the humidity from that pool. And the humidity caused, over the years, serious damage to the structure. Like I said, I think it'd be nice to have some improvement there. I'm not sure this is the right project or that should be encouraged by governmental support. Any questions for me? Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Does anybody on the committee have any questions or comments?
Who currently owns that property?
Pardon?
Who currently owns that property?
Are we familiar, are you guys with the buyer at all?
I am not, other than looking on their website. I am familiar with Andrew Willis, the attorney that was on there. I've done other projects with him, one in Alliance for the hotel there. But I don't know, not personally familiar with the buyer, no. I did look on their website. They're based out of Lincoln.
Well, I've heard, and like you say, there's a lot of things go around town
I've heard the same thing that what you're thinking of.
that the seller is somewhat involved on the buy side also with the redevelopment. Is that what you heard?
Same thing that I've heard.
Yeah.
If you listen to the attorney, he represented one person, but he said, I don't know who else is involved. So,
That was kind of and along with not even knowing if it's chain affiliated or not. That was, I don't know, it's kind of interesting.
So I guess, so to address some things here, so I didn't comment initially, one, because my job is to review and ensure things meet fire code. You are correct, I did shut it down last winter because water was pouring out of the electrical panels during that winter storm, and because of safety reasons, I had to shut it down. So it's been boarded up since. Chima did buy a property in Hastings. It was a former mall, and a developer came in, they redid that, and it seems like it's succeeding pretty well. I have the same questions that you guys all have. Is he gonna come back in on the back end and, you know, we build the property, they build the property back up and it goes back to where it's at. Obviously, my job isn't just ensure it meets fire code. As far as, who is operating it, things like that, that's beyond my scope. It's just ensuring that it meets fire code and safe for occupants to be in there, so.
$3.5 million doesn't seem like that goes very far. How bad a condition is this building in? Are the bones good yet, or is it hard to tell at this point?
It is a concrete building on the exterior. On the interior, there's gonna be, electrical's gonna have to be redone. Well, the roof's gonna have to be done, that's gonna be over a mil, just to do the roof. Electrical's probably gonna be over a mil, just to redo that. Mold abatement, there's a lot of mold in that back part where the restaurant used to be. So that's gonna have to be all torn out and cleaned up. And basically any other issues, which I'm guessing if they're planning on gutting the building, then it's just gonna be that's probably gonna be easier and cheaper alternative than trying to look at what you have. There's even some mold in some of the rooms that were occupied. So they're gonna have to go there and completely gut most of it, including the second floor. The second floor's been condemned, or was condemned before I even started, so. Because of mold, so.
And just as a reminder, the planning commission is only reviewing, but this is.
Comprehensive plan, correct?
Correct. All you have those concerns, that's. Different than comp plan.
So this is a recommendation, oh, I'm sorry, Colin.
No, go ahead.
So this is a recommendation to the CRA and the city council as to whether the hotel in that area is consistent with the comprehensive plan. That's really all you're acting on today. Number two, I will say that approving TIF at the CRA level and city council level does not allow the developer to circumvent any sort of fire codes or anything like that. All that still needs to be complied with, whatever the cost. The TIF does not say, hey, you can go and do what you need to do with the limited amount of money you have budgeted. They need to do what they have to do under the code, regardless of whether it's TIF. So that, just to be clear there, I mean, just by approving TIF, they're not going to be able to circumvent any other sorts of building codes.
Because if that money's not spent, that TIF doesn't get created, correct? Like if,
So,
explain that a little bit more to me. Are we losing, how much are we losing up front in that first year to say it goes under? I mean, just because it's over a 15-year period, correct, John?
the city doesn't have a pot of TIF money.
No.
It's all based on the development of the project. So
The
if they don't-
deferment of tax on
Right,
it.
if they don't if they don't improve the project like they anticipate they're gonna do, then they won't get any TIF money, whether it's
For sure.
approved or not. It's based solely on the increase of taxes. So if it increases $40,000 a year, they'll get $40,000 a year back for 15 years. They'll pay that to the county in their taxes and they'll circle back.
Circle back to it.
Right. And
Only
the
if-
city's just a conduit to basically get the money approved.
It's only if the project's finished and it's assessed of an increase.
Correct, yeah. And then you get it so that the other upper limit they have is their eligible costs. But in a project like this, the eligible costs will exceed the amount of TIF available. So the upper limit in this case is likely gonna be the amount of increased taxes it produces for 15 years.
So I guess what I'm looking at is, improvement of because, whether or not it meets the comprehensive plan, but also like besides that coming off of the amount of land we can use TIF, right? Or that was the Blyden substandard in the TIF area. Other than that, it's not too much detriment to the city for that 15 more, whether it's more of a positive than a negative of it sitting correct? Is that kind of what we're shooting for here?
Right, this doesn't disqualify any other projects from applying.
For TIF, yeah, for TIF money, but as far as.
What you can determine to apply, the city can determine
Yeah.
to apply to substandard. That area already is.
Already is in
And
that
so
area.
this wouldn't disqualify any of the projects for applying for TIF, no.
I see.
Any more questions or concerns? So we need to do a vote on approval?
You have to close the hearing.
Yep, okay. We'll go ahead and close a hearing, and then we'll take a motion?
I motion to approve the redevelopment plan of the Scottsbluff Inn renovation project as it applies to the comprehensive plan.
Okay, second?
I'll second it.
Okay, roll call, please, Zach?
Wayman,
Yes.
Zitterkoff,
Yes.
Awire,
Yes.
Estrada,
Yes.
Huber,
Yes.
Blue,
Yes.
Bowman,
Yes.
Okay, number 7, officer elections. For the first one, the chairperson, do we have any motion for the?
What's that?
Is this just your year two?
I don't know.
I'm saying, you could go for 3.
A motion for Becky.
One more time.
Yeah, one more go.
Okay. We have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, roll call, Zach?
Zitterkoff,
Yes.
Awire,
Yes.
Estrada,
Yes.
Huber,
Yes.
Blue,
Yes.
Bowman,
Yes.
Wayman,
Yes.
Okay, could we have a motion for a vice president? Vice chair, I mean.
Are you our current vice chair?
I believe so. Sure.
See if I can do it again.
Sure, yeah, I can do it again.
Second?
I'll second.
Okay, roll calls, Zach, please.
Wayman,
Yes.
Bowman,
Yes.
Blue,
Yes.
Huber,
Yes.
Estrada,
Yes.
Awire,
Yes.
Zitterkoff,
Yes.
Okay, the next scheduled meeting is January 3rd, 2025. We have a motion to adjourn.
January 13th. 13th, yeah.
Yeah,
The 3rd is a Friday.
January 13th.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.